This video lesson is all about linear function. Linear function is just the same as the linear equation, specifically the slope-intercept form, which is the y is equals to mx plus b. But in linear function, y will become the f of x, and then we will just copy equals mx plus b. Looking at the word linear, we will have line, meaning the graph of this linear function is always be a straight line. Let us see if this graph is a linear function or not. As you can observe, we have a straight line, meaning this is a graph of linear function. How about the second one? Looking at the picture and by using a vertical line test, it is obvious that this graph is not function, so it is no. In linear function, it is important that you will know if the function is linear or not because we have a lot of kinds of functions. So you need to look at the variable. The variable should have a degree 1 or the exponent should always be 1. Let us see if the given function is linear or not. Number 1, f of x is equals to 3x plus 5. Here we have x. And then it is obvious that its exponent is 1. So yes, this is a linear function. Number 2, f of x is equals to x squared minus 1. The x here has 2 as the exponent. So this is no, this is not a linear function. It is a quadratic function. Number 3, g of x is equals to 2x. Is it yes or no? It is a yes. Even though it doesn't have the y-intercept or the b, it is still a linear function. Number 4, j of x is equals to x over 2 plus 4. This is still yes because it doesn't matter if it has a fraction or not. We only just focus with the exponent of the x or the independent variable. Number 5, h of x is equals to 2x cubed plus 7, and obviously x has cube or 3 as the exponent. It is a no. Let us have problem number 1. The fare in riding public utility jeepney or PUJ is 9 pesos for 4 kilometers plus a peso for exceeding kilometer. How much Mario will pay if he goes from Camachiles to Tabun, which is 12 kilometers away? First, we need to identify our linear function or the rule that we need to use here. So we will have f of x, and then here it says that in every exceeding kilometer, he will pay peso, so that is only x. We will represent the distance by x, and then each kilometer will be multiplied by 1, but we don't need to write 1 beside x because it is already understood. And then in the first 4 kilometers, he will pay 9 pesos, so that is plus 9. Our f of x here is our dependent variable, which is the fare, and then x here is the independent variable, which is the distance that he will cover from Camachiles to Tabun. So the question is, how much Mario will pay if he goes from Camachiles to Tabun, which is 12 kilometers away? So we will use the linear function f of x is equals to x plus 9. According to the question, the Camachiles to Tabun is 12 kilometers away, so we need to solve how much is the fare. But you need to recall that he will pay 9 pesos for the first 4 kilometers, so we need to subtract 12 and 4 to get the remaining kilometer, so that is x is equals to 8. So we will have f of 8. Substitute all the values of x, they will become 8, and then copy plus 9. f of 8 is equals to 8 plus 9, that is 17. Therefore, the total fare of Mario is 17 pesos. Problem number 2. The PisoNet charges 5 for first 3 minutes and 2 pesos for every minute additional. Write a rule that best describes the problem. So we will have f of x, and then in every minute it charges 2 pesos. So that is 2, and then we will let x as the number of minutes plus the 5 pesos for first 3 minutes, so that is plus 5. And then f of x here is our dependent variable, or the fee or the payment. And then our x here is the number of minutes or the time. So the question is, how much will Kurt have to pay if he served for 8 minutes? Using the linear function a while ago, f of x is equals to 2x plus 5. We need to solve for the charges for 8 minutes, but we need to recall that in the first 3 minutes, it charges 5 pesos. So we need to subtract 8 minus 3. So we will have x is equals to 5. So our x here will be 5. We need to substitute all the x. We will make them 5. We will have f of 5 is equals to 2 times x, which is 5, plus 5. F of 5 is equals to 2 times 5, that is 10, plus 5. Copy f of 5 equals 10 plus 5 is 15. Therefore, Kurt will pay 15 pesos for 8 minutes. Problem number 3. An event planner has a limited finance for an upcoming event for 50 bucks. The price of the rental space is 5,000 and the charge for food is 200 pesos per person. We need to write the linear function of this problem. So we will have f of x is equals to, the food is 200 pesos per person, so that will be 200. X is the number of person, and then the rental space is 5,000, so that will be plus 5,000. And then our f of x here is the dependent variable, which is the total charge for 50 packs, and then x is the independent variable, which is the number of person. The question is, how much is the total charge? So we need to use the linear function. F of x is equals to 200x plus 5,000. So our x is 50. So we will change all the values of x. We will make them 50. We will have f of 50 is equals to 200 times 50, which is the x, plus 5,000. Copy f of 50 equals 200 times 50, that is 10,000. Copy 5,000. 10,000 plus 5,000, that is 15,000. So the total charge is 15,000 pesos. Problem number 4. Amelia spends 2,000 in initial startup costs and then earns 1,500 per week in sales. How much is her netted sales in 4 weeks? So our linear function is f of x equals, she earns 1,500 per week, so that is 1,500. X will be our number of weeks. Spends 2,000. Spends meaning her money decreases, so that will be minus 2,000. Our f of x here is the dependent variable, which is the netted sales. And then our x here is our independent variable, which is the number of weeks. So the question is, how much is her netted sales in 4 weeks? So we need to use the linear function f of x is equals to 1,500x minus 2,000. Our x here is 4 weeks. So we need to change all the x, make them 4. F of x will become f of 4. And then copy 1,500. X will become 4 also. Copy minus 2,000. F of 4 is equals to 1,500 times 4. That is 6,000 minus 2,000. F of 4 is 6,000 minus 2,000. That is 4,000. Therefore, Amelia earns 4,000 in 4 weeks. Problem number 5. If one enterprise offers to pay you 450 per week and the other offers 10 pesos per hour and both ask you to work 40 hours per week, which enterprise is offering the better rate of pay? So we need to analyze the problem here. The first enterprise offers 450 pesos per week for 40 hours of work. So that is 40 hours is equals to 450 pesos. while the second enterprise offers 10 pesos per hour and you will work for 40 hours per week. So that is f of x is equals to 10x because that is 10 pesos per hour, and then our x is 40 because you need to work 40 hours per week. So we need to change all the x and make them 40. So that will become f of 40 is equals to 10 times 40. 10 times 40, that is 400. So the second enterprise will only pay you 400 pesos for 40 hours. So meaning the first enterprise offers the better rate of pay, which is 450 for 40 hours of work.